Here's Joel Richardson, author of the new book, The Mideast Beast.
Hi, I'm Joel Richardson, and I want to take a few minutes to discuss the oracle of Ezekiel 38 and 39, most often referred to as the Battle of Gog of Magog. Now, this particular prophecy or oracle is one of the most important, one of the most controversial prophecies in all of Scripture. If you were to ask your average student of prophecy today what Ezekiel 38 and 39 is speaking of, almost universally you would hear that this is a prophecy speaking of a Russian-led invasion of Israel in the last days. Now, this idea was popularized largely through the advent of the Schofield Reference Bible, which came out in 1909, and then it was re-released in 1917. And since that time, the Schofield Reference Bible has been a significant factor in terms of influencing dozens upon dozens of reference works and prophecy books since that time, because the Schofield Reference Bible claimed or made the claim that the Battle of Gog and Magog is in fact a Russian-led invasion of Israel. Now, just to highlight how incredibly influential this particular prophecy is, I want to read briefly a statement that was made by then Governor Ronald Reagan. This is 1971. Speaking to a room full of legislators, Reagan said this: "Ezekiel tells us that Gog, the nation that will lead all other powers against Israel, will come out of the north. Biblical scholars have been saying for generations that Gog must be Russia. What other powerful nation is to the north of Israel? None." So you can see that this is in fact a prophecy that has been shaping the world. This is influencing world leaders, and as such it's essential that students of prophecy pay attention to modern scholarship and how it is affecting the interpretation of this particular prophecy. Now, what I've done is I've gone through a handful of various very popular prophecy websites and books. And if you're to Google Gog of Magog, you'll get very similar maps. And just to highlight how overwhelmingly popular this idea is, that Gog is an invader from Russia, I've pulled out a handful of maps. And I want you to walk through these maps with me just to see where the overwhelming majority of prophecy students are looking for the coming forward of Gog and Magog. So in this first map, you can see that you have Magog is essentially in Central Asia, the Central Asian nations, and then Rosh is highlighted in red. And of course, the idea is that Gog, the leader of this invasion, is from the land of Magog. And here you can see that he's coming out of the region of Russia as well as Central Asia. In this second map, once again, Magog is placed up in Russia, and it's from Russia that the invasion proceeds forth down south to Israel. Here we have a third map. Once again, Magog is placed in the land of Russia, as well as the Ukraine, but up in northern Russia, and it's from Russia that the invasion ascends down to Israel. Here we have another map. Once again, Magog placed in the far, far north of Russia. One more map. Magog placed in Russia. Again, if you were to scour the internet, scour virtually any prophecy book from the past 100 years, almost every prophecy book is going to place this invader in the land of Russia. Now, here's what I want you to do with me, is to just look at just a few very brief maps from a handful of scholarly reference Bible atlases. And as you can see, I'm a bit of an atlas nerd. For my new book, Mideast Beast, The Scriptural Case for an Islamic Antichrist, I've walked through abundant resources to draw out what does modern biblical scholarship say to this issue. So in the first map, I want you to look now, this is from the New Moody Atlas of the Bible. And in this first map, you can see that they've placed Magog in Asia Minor, or the modern-day nation of Turkey. Okay, so that's the New Moody Atlas of the Bible. In the second one here, we have the Zondervan Atlas of the Bible. Again, each of these various atlases put together by teams of highly interdisciplinary scholars. And once more, they placed Magog squarely in Asia Minor, or modern-day Turkey. Third Bible Atlas, we've got the Holman Bible Atlas, another excellent Bible atlas. Once more, as you can see, they've placed Magog squarely in modern-day Turkey. And then lastly, we've got the IVP Atlas of Bible History. Once again, Magog squarely in Turkey. And again, we could do this. We could walk through dozens of atlases. But the point that I want to leave you with is this. Why is it that when we look at the various scholarly reference works and compare them to the numerous prophecy books that you and I have been studying for the past 30 years, why is there such a radical discrepancy? And the reason is because modern scholarship has long rejected the idea that Magog is in Russia. And so while most prophecy students are not aware of this, while most prophecy students have not caught up with modern scholarship, it's essential that as students of the Bible who are concerned with truth, that we would align our particular prophetic ideas and interpretations with modern conservative evangelical scholars. So in my new book, Mideast Beast, The Scriptural Case for an Islamic Antichrist, I walk the reader carefully through Ezekiel 38 and 39, numerous other prophecies, and bring them up to date with modern scholarship. Again, the times that we live in are far too important not to take these things seriously. And I'd invite you to join me as we walk through the prophecies of the Bible in order that we can understand how we should be living today. Thank you.
New York Times best-selling author Joel Richardson's